UFC Fight Night San Antonio, Vera versus Sandhagen just took place. And I'm going to go through the full card recap, starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. Decent card overall. Not the best, but not the worst. It got better when the card went on, though. We start with the early prelim opener of Victor Altamirano versus Vinicius Salvador. Vinicius Salvador is low IQ'd. He has no clue what he's doing. He could win round 2, but he lost rounds 1 and 3. 3 was close, but Altamirano won it, in my opinion. He just used the grappling. And kind of just out-hustled Victor Altamirano, but round 2. Good win from Altamirano. He's a good fighter here. He was a better fighter here, but Salvador had so many opportunities to get finishes and get a good KO. Because Altamirano was leaving his chin open. Not chin open. Chin up. I don't know why I said open. He's leaving his chin up. But Vinicius Salvador didn't capitalize. And he's just one of those contender series guys that you'll never know if they're going to look good or not. So the jitters got to him. He lost. He's shit. Never picking him again. We move on up the card. CJ Vergara versus Daniel Lacerda or Da Silva. Because the dude changes. Dude has 2 last names. Which is really weird. CJ Vergara won though. Crazy fight. First off, crazy fight. Vergara got rocked early. He was pretty patient, but he got rocked with a wheel kick. He was running around the cage, rocked badly. Credit to Vergara for surviving, because he was rocked really badly. And Daniel Da Silva couldn't finish him. He couldn't finish him, and he gassed out. So it just happens. And I think Da Silva thought he had a finished opponent. He was about to get a win, saved his UFC career. Nope, he loses. He loses. And he gasses out, and Vergara comes back and beats him. Daniel Da Silva should be cut from the UFC if they keep him one more time. The UFC, they whoever keeps him in the UFC have the same mindset or the same mind as who scored the fight for Marlon Vera in the main event. But yeah, it's a good win for CJ Vergara. He was in his hometown. Yeah, he won. Sorry about my nose. I don't know why it's acting like this. We move on to the card. Trevin Giles versus Preston Parsons. Good performance by Trevin Giles. He arguably should have lost. Good stuff from, I don't know what to really think about this. It was a close fight. I think Parsons should win round 3, though. He won round 2. He was just beating up Giles. Round 1 can go Giles, but he got rocked at one point. Parsons should have won this, but whatever. Not a robbery. Could go Giles' way if you really look into it, but no one really cares to look into this. I mean, it's not a big fight. Sucks for Preston Parsons, but Giles wins, so good for Giles. Better that he won as well, because he's, I guess, the bigger name. Good stuff from him. Good win from Trevin Giles. We move on. I picked him as well, so it counts. We move on up the card. Lucas Alexander versus Steven Peterson. Steven Peterson. I knew this was a tough one. I knew this was a tough fight. I knew this was a 50-50 fight in my head. I knew it. I just picked Peterson, though, because Alexander, there was nothing. We didn't see anything from him. I just went with Peterson, and Alexander won. Should have got this correct. No, I didn't get it correct. I got this one wrong, but Peterson didn't even try. He retires after as well. Good career from Steven Peterson, but again, do something. Do something, man. He didn't do anything until late. And he had a single leg at one point, but then he just fell on bottom. He's not a good Steven Peterson, but he can beat Chase Hooper and other guys who are mediocre. So, good win from Lucas Alexander. He's not great. I don't see him becoming anything. Maybe he'll win his next fight, but then lose and get dominated by a true good fighter. Good stuff from Lucas Alexander, though. We move on. How old is Lucas Alexander? 27. He's got time, I guess. We move on up the card. I just want to rush through this card. Already the main card. Holy shit. This was a prelim fight because Alex Perez was a bit of a pussy bitch because he pulled out because of a medical issue against Manel Cap. Ruined Manel Cap arguably could have gotten in the top 5 and knocked your ass out cold, but you pulled out because you're a bitch. So this got pushed to the main card. Pineda versus Lutz. Lots of fights fell off the card last minute. It's actually crazy, but it went through still. Pineda won. Good stuff. I picked Tucker Lutz to win. He's not that good. I think you should cut him too from the UFC as well. Yeah, I mean, Daniel Pineda's not that good. Both of them aren't great, but Pineda won, you know. He was winning the fight, shooting up the legs, landing good shots. He dropped Lutz in round 1, I think. That stole him the round, even though Lutz was winning it. And Pineda won. He was winning the fight, and then he got guillotined. Good stuff from Pineda. Tucker Lutz, not UFC caliber. You need to get rid of him. Good stuff from Pineda. Really good stuff. Let's do him versus, I have no clue, maybe Nate the Train Landwehr. Maybe Nate Landwehr versus Daniel Pineda. No, let's not do that. Decent fight, but Landwehr's way better than that. It's not gonna look down to Daniel Pineda. Yeah, I'll get to Nate Landwehr in a second, but good stuff from Daniel Pineda, I guess. We move on up the card. Albert Duraev versus Chidi Njokuani. This might be the shortest full card recap of all time. Because I don't think... it hasn't even hit 7 minutes yet. And I'm already on the main card. Good stuff from Albert Duraev. I thought Chidi Njokuani won. It was close. It's one of those fights where it's just either way. Round 2 is just either way. You know? Round 1 could go Duraev. He was out grappling Njokuani. Njokuani won round 3 with the bigger shots. So it all came down to round 2, and I guess the judges saw it for Duraev, even though I thought Duraev was more active, but Chidi was outlanding him, and landing better. So I think Chidi had it, but not a robbery. It's one of those close fights that can go either way. Good win from Albert Duraev. He's 1-1 in Texas, I guess. Good for him. Chidi's not as good as I thought he was. Didn't really think him as well, that highly. We move on up the card. Macy Barber versus Andrea Lee. Okay. Let me talk about this one. What am I about to say right now? Oh, you're about to say Andrea Lee should have won. It's a correct decision. No, it's not a correct decision. Macy Barber should have won. Maybe Barber. Maybe. I called her maybe. Macy Barber. She won this fight. It's a correct decision. Macy Barber won this fight. On damage. On damage. She wins. Andrea Lee did not win this fight. She just didn't. Macy Barber was landing her. Macy Barber arguably won every single round. Last 2, definitely. On damage. Damage rule. These fans need to know. How can they know? How can we just get the rules set in their head? The UFC needs to make some announcement about about scoring rules, the criteria of MMA, the scoring criteria. They need to know damage-based scoring. Not grappling. UFC need to get it in their head. Because they're just tweeting nonsense. Macy Barber won. Get over it. Andrea Lee lost. I know it's in Texas and Lee's kind of, I think she's from there. But I don't care. Lee lost that fight. Pretty clear. Yeah. She had competitive moments. It was a close fight. Competitive fight. But Macy Barber won it. Pretty clear. You can't score that for Lee. She didn't do any damage when she had her positions. I don't know how you can score that for freaking Lee. Yeah, whatever though. Macy Barber clearly won. She clearly won the fight. Yeah. She was landing the better shots. She had a moment in round 2, I think, where she was swarming Andrea Lee against the cage. But yeah, she clearly won this fight. Macy Barber clearly won this fight, in my opinion. I don't care. Come at me. Andrea Lee Simps. She clearly won the fight, Macy Barber. clearly won it. She's improved, showed good grappling. She got taken down at moments, so like if she faces like an Aaron Blanchfield at some point, it probably will go badly. And she needs to. She's a good fighter, Macy Barber, but she's not that. Oh, she might be a future champ. Like not that. But she won it, so give her credit. She won it, in my opinion. Lee lost the fight. Yeah. And even Lee, like, she didn't... It's not like she complained after. She was just like, damn, I lost. Close fight, Macy. You won. Whatever. But her fans back her up because they're idiots and they don't know how to score fights. We move on. Up the card. Fuck. It's night time now, but I'll do it one time. Nathan Train from the Nathan Train in the UFC, baby. Clarksville, stay up. One time. Nate Landwehr got the win over Austin Lingo. Lingo arguably won round 1. It was a close round 1. But Landwehr got cut open. I don't know by what yet. I think it was a punches from Lingo. But he got cut open, so I gave Lingo round 1. And round 2, he was just smothering Lingo. And eventually, Lingo fell off. He fell down. Landwehr got the back and choked him out. Great shit from Nate Landwehr. He called out Alex Caceres for rebooking. Because it was originally his opponent for this card. But Lingo stepped up because I think Lingo had to replace him. I think Lingo was supposed to fight Ricardo Ramos. But this fight, good stuff. Very good stuff from what's his name? Very good stuff from Nate Landwehr. Let's do the Caceres fight. I don't think he'd win against Caceres. I think Caceres would win. But I want to see it. Let's put that on the May. Let's put it on the Sterling Cejudo card. Because that card isn't looking great. So let's put it on that card. If it's weak enough, put that shit on the main card. Because Landwehr Caceres would blow the roof off the place. And it would be an insane fight. Let's make it happen. Good shit from Nate Landwehr. Very good stuff. Nate the Train. Let's go. Clarksville. Staying up. We move on. Yeah, I don't even care about Holm. Santos. Holly Holm won. She won. Round 1's either way. But I think actually Yana Santos could win it. Yana couldn't Sky. I'm going to call her that because Yana Santos just sounds really weird and it doesn't match too well. Yana couldn't Sky could win round 1. She was doing more in the clinch. It was pretty even, but Yana couldn't Sky. Whatever her name is, Yana couldn't Sky. I think won it. And round 2. What's it called? Round 2. Holm had a good ending, arguably can be a 10-8, but round 3, she was just beating her up again. Holm won the last 2 rounds, definitely, but Holm says she'll fight anyone, just as long as she is preparing for it, as long as she prepares for it. So good stuff from Holly Holm, very good stuff. We move on to the main event, Corey Sandhagen versus Marlon Vera. I made a full fight reaction to this on my channel, you can go check it out. Good stuff from Corey Sandhagen, good stuff. The scorecard was weird. I already broke down Sandhagen's performance. It was a very good performance. I had it 5-0 with a 10-8 in the first. Judges were weird tonight, man. But yeah, besides the 48-47 Vera, the judges were just weird tonight. But yeah, good stuff from Corey Sandhagen. He won. Let's do him versus. Let's say who's next. Sandhagen versus Merab. July. August. Let's do August pay-per-view or Fight Night main event. Whatever they want to do. Fight Night main event sounds a bit better. Because I think both of them should get the spotlight. Because I kind of want to see them both go 5 rounds again before fighting for the title. I know they just both went 5 rounds. But let's do them again in a Fight Night. In the Apex. Or wherever Merab fought Yan. The Theater Virgin Hotels. Whatever that is. Go back there. Or yeah, go to the Apex, go there. I don't think it sells out an arena. If I'm honest with you, I know Sandhagen just did that, but against Vera, 2 different stuff. People want to see Vera, not Merab. Yeah, do Sandhagen, Merab, August July at latest, late July, early August. And let's do Marlon Vera versus Petr Yan. I don't know. Maybe July, International Fight Week, or an Apex co-main event. I don't think they can main event anymore. Yan's too much of a losing streak. He can't main event anymore, I don't think. Unless it's a weak card. So I think it should co-main with like a good solid main event, like a heavyweight bout. Like Cyril Gahn versus Sergey Spivak. With Vera versus Yan in the co-main event. You know, sign me up for that. But yeah, good stuff from Sandhagen. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. This is the full card recap for UFC Fight Night, San Antonio. Yeah, peace.